What is up, trainers? Welcome back to a new video. Today we are playing Dragapult. Still the same deck, but we're changing up some of the tech. We are playing with Dragapult Dust Noir with Maractus. I know Maractus seems a little bit crazy without Latias, but I actually run this very same build for NAIC, and I actually did pretty good. Hindsight, I did lose to every Dragapult matchup at NAIC, but maybe that was just because I wasn't practicing against. I didn't practice the mirror at all during my time of training. I was really worried about trying to get day two, because it would be my first time ever getting day two, and every time I play day one, it's always these random decks. Always these random decks that just comes out and takes me out. Like I played in Orlando last year, and I just lost to Mega Manetric. Buffalon, what is that deck called? Oh my god, it's the blue Buffalont Kangaskhan, Mega Kangaskhan builds. Like all these random decks I'm just not aware of, and it's just like losing to it. So I would just, for NAIC, prepare myself for every type of like non-Dragapult variant deck, and just because I thought the Dragapult meta, even though I knew it was going to be high, I wasn't really expecting to win it. I was just really trying to get day two. So my goal was to just make day two at NAIC for the first, make day two period at any event. It'd be my first time. So that was my goal. So I was just practicing to beat every non-meta play, and I technically did. I went undefeated against anything but Dragapult, but unfortunately I played multiple Dragapults, so it took me out of day two. If I didn't play any Dragapult, who would have known? I would have probably made day two for my very first time at an NAIC, like being the first ever majors, being super that would be super rewarding for me as a new player trying to get into the game and trying to be strong and trying to win. But hindsight, I am playing Maractus. So if we look at the Maractus side of things, it's the MVP right here. Oh, what happened to right here? Exploding Needles. If this Pokemon is in the active spot and is knocked out by damage from an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, put 6 damage counters on the attacking Pokemon. So it's very strong for the fact that it could just put 60 onto the attacking Pokemon, giving me the ability to just use that damage already. As far as like Dragapult matchup, like for instance, I can, if I already like if there's 200 damage on the Dragapult, it knocks out my Maractus. I can just boss, put 60 onto the Dragapult, and then KO the Dragapult from the bench. I don't even have to attack it straight on. It's good for other random things. It's good for the Alakazam matchup if they're playing Genesect. Boss up the Genesect. They don't play any switch cards, and you can just run through the game by just all they can do is pass or potentially boss and just like stall you. Like hopefully you whiff the energy to get back into your Maractus. But in that case, they only play 2 boss. You only gotta do 2 turns. Make sure to hold on to the energies until they play their boss. And at that time, they can't win. Even if they play the lucky helmet or the fan, that doesn't go through because Maractus is weak. Metal is weak to resistant to grass, so basically those 2 cards won't go into effect because you have to take a damage. The fact that it doesn't take damage because of the resistance, they are just stuck forever, and then you can just build your board and just kind of board wipe them with the dust skulls and the and whatnot, and going forward and blah blah blah. So yeah, that is basically with Maractus, and there's so many other plays you could do with Maractus, but that was like the main things. The Alakazam matchup was like the hardest for me at NAIC, but understanding that just teching in Maractus just kind of wins. I did play Alakazam in NAIC, and I did win due to this method, so it does help. We also teching into the Moltres just for all those grass Pokemon out there. My NAIC list did not have the Moltres. I opted in for the Shaman because I was very, very scared of the Slow King side of it. Again, Maractus does help in that situation because you can just boss just Maractus there. Kangaskhan for a couple turns. If they bench the Latias, then that's perfect for you. Yes, they can still attack with you, but it will take 3 energies to get there. So that's 3 turns at least, and then again they're just gonna get that damage to them if they knock out the Maractus. Um, and who's to say you don't have Night Stretcher energy attach and redo the whole thing and boss up another guy? Like, it's just so well. So yes, with the Moltres being so good against all the grass decks, especially anything that's utilizing fire energy. What's I'm talking the Teal Mask Ogre Pawn. Sorry, train of thought. Because it does 110 damage if you're attacking an EX, but with Teal Mask, you're doing 220 due to the weakness, and it's so good for all those Hydro Apples out there. As you can see, we haven't played one last video. We didn't play one last tournament, but they're around. So I texted in for this meta because I did see quite a few of Hydro Apples out in the field. We just didn't get paired into them, which is kind of lucky. Other than that, we are also just playing one Badoo. We're playing one Fez, the 2/2/1 Duskor line, 2 Monkey Dories. We upgraded from 1 to 2, so we can just heavily play with the dark here, so we could use both darks instead of just being wasteful. Or we can always just find our monkeys. Sometimes we whiff the monkeys, and when we need them. Just being more aware of the dark energies, because we only play a 2 line of it. Maybe opting. I did opt in to play Jamming Tower and a Risky Ruin, which is just 1/1 split here, because I did see a lot of people play stadiums. I mean, not stadiums. Sorry, tool cards. So I was thinking, like, we need to get rid of those, and just because sometimes it can be nasty. A lot of the I didn't see it in locals, but playing testing by myself, I did see a lot of Heroes Cape coming in, and a lot of people talk about teching in Heroes Cape, and just having the Jamming Tower for that is beneficial. Risky Ruins just for some Monkey Dory shenanigan play. We're playing a 4-3-2-1 line of our supporters. Very typical, same stuff. 4-4-3 of our search engine. For our Pokemon, same stuff. 2 rare candies haven't changed. 2 night shifters haven't changed. And then our 1/1 of Unfair Stamp and Special Red. Nothing has changed other than that. The list is pretty consistent of what we were playing before. Just changed the Crushing Hammers into the Maractus, Moltres, and extra Monkey Dory. And then everything else kind of just stayed the same. So with that said, let's get into the tournament run. I'll see you guys in round number 1. We're here, round 1, ready to begin. We are going second. So just so you guys are aware, the coin flip has already been flipped. I won. Congratulations. Got my notebook, ready to take some notes. So yes, this is round 1 of best of 4. I mean, best of 4. Sorry, round 1 of 4 rounds. So yeah, we're gonna see if we're gonna try to win this ETB today. So we're going against Dragapult EX. For a lot of you guys who don't know what Dragapult does, whoa, we just got the fist bump. So let's get the timer started. So we got the Dragapult EX, and Dragapult is very known for its for being really good synergy with the Megadium. So as you can see on the screen, Dragapult's ability, a repeating charge. Once during your turn, you may attach a basic grass energy card from your hand to one of your opponents. To one of your Pokemon. If you attach energy to a Pokemon this way, heal 30 damage from that Pokemon. So it just synergizes well with the Teal Mask being able to use its own ability, which is, my apologies, which is Teal Dance. Once during your turn, you may attach a basic grass energy card from your hand to this Pokemon. If you attach an energy card to this Pokemon, you may draw a card. So with the Dragapult and with the Teal Mask Ogre, you get to accelerate energy onto the board really quick, really fast. And then with Megadium being able to double those energies, that makes it so much, like the amount of damage you can do with the Dragapult is insane, because its attack is Syrup Storm for 2 colorless energies. This attack does 30 more damage for each grass energy attached to all of your Pokemon. So it is very strong. It can one hit with Meganium in play. It can one hit a Dragapult with about 5 or 6 energies. So with that, it could be very dangerous for Dragapult. So with my matchup, it's very key to get this with this Moltres down, because Moltres, if I could pull it up here, just give me a second. Let me get it going. Let's see. Sorry, I need to find a faster way of finding these cards. Okay. With Moltres, is a very strong attacker for this matchup because with 1 fire energy, Fighting Wings, if your opponent's active Pokemon is a Pokemon EX, this attack does 90 more damage, so it's 110 damage if it's fighting against an EX Pokemon. Then, being weak to fire, it does 220. Perfect math for KO a Tealmass Ogerpon. It doesn't KO the Hydrapple, but you're trying to chase out their Tealmass because that's where most of their energy will be stored on. If you can take away their energy on board, as well as their, as well as getting a 2 prize, might as well, right? Because then they need another Tealmass, and then more likely they will still be hopefully 1 or 2 energy short from KOing your next Dragapult. But it depends on how many how many Tealmass Ogerpons they can get to. So yes. And we can just go back. So the board is pretty much set up here. I'm going through the motions. Sorry. Going through the motions. So I see that she's not having the best setup. She kind of just has this Teal Mask. And she has this Meganium she's about to get, but I think she just placed the Bayleaf down this turn. So at this point, I'm thinking like, okay, we got this. We're going strong. But the Hydrapple is so fast. So even if she is fumbling or she is dead drawing for 2 turns, 3 turns, they can easily pick up the case because they have the Stadium Force of Vitality. Which we have it up here. Each player's grass Pokemon can evolve into grass Pokemon during the turn they played those Pokemon, except during their first turn. So basically, if she doesn't have Hydrapple turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, turn 4, she could just put Applin, Diplin, Hydrapple, boom, right then and there, and attach, and then uses the ability to attach again. She doesn't even have to go that far because Meganium can just use 1 energy on that Hydrapple for the ability to, just for it to start attacking. So you can see how fast this deck is, and is why it's becoming so popular. And with not really a lot of fire Pokemon being good other than Moltres at the moment, you can see how well Hydrapple is performing. And the fact that it's a lot of Pokemon that's like top tier meta right now is weak to grass also helps it out. So she opts into attach to the Tealmass, which is great, and start attacking to get out of item lock. So I opt in to just throw my debating on my Duskull, and I was like, you know what? Maybe I can get lucky and top deck a fire energy. It's just there's a lot of luck, so I just let's just go for it. Let's see if I top deck a fire energy and we can win this. Because I can get Pokepad. Pokepad will get me what's it called? Potential fire energy. I'm just kind of like looking. I get the Jacloak, shuffle my hand. And then just pray for the pray, or just get more Jacloaks, just get more setup, or Lilies. We're just fine with anything. Again, I would like to attack this turn with the Moltres, so finding a fire would be pretty good. And also just trying to get set up as well. Either one. If I feel like, again, even if I take away this Teal Mask, it's not too far along because it can still be anybody's game. Because like I mentioned, Force Vitality with that tech in, it just makes grass decks super like, oh, you can be behind 4 turns and you can still come out on top. So I opted to grab this Maractus because like, oh, possibility I might need to stall my buddy. Maybe I should have buddy first to thin out the deck. I think I opted to grab another Dusk. Yes, another Dusk just to ensure. And then yeah, so and yeah, there's really not much I can do because my hand is kind of like really bad. Um, really was hoping to get this fire energy on this Moltres to start swinging, but unfortunately, as you can see, my hand is it's really bad. I have the risky. I thought about playing it, but I was like, you know what? I need it to bump his Forest Stadium, so I passed to her. She grabs another teal. She founds another teal mask. Teal dance to it. Start drawing cards. It looks like she does have Lily in hand. She could play it. Begadium's up in Atom now, so this Teal Mask Ogrepon in the active has 6 energies. And which kind of sucks is because, like, I will now lose my best attacker in this matchup. But she opted to boss, which is a very interesting strat. If I was her, if I was in her shoes, I would definitely take away this Moltres because this Moltres can uh, easily take away the game for me as a Hydrapple player. Again, I don't really play Hydrapple, so I can't really make the best decision there. But it just leaves me with one Duskull to play with, which is fine. I already have Dusclops in hand, I believe. But I opted to grab it. I was like, I think I already have Boss as well. Yeah, although I have 2 monkeys in hand, so that was not. So the Dusclops is good. Then I can just grab it next turn, and hopefully I can grab Crispin. And at this point, I'm now fumbling because I don't have. Now I'm just like no energies on board. Uh, just one Dracloak. I'm just a boss away from just it getting KO'd and me losing. I do play Rare Candy, so there's a possibility I can still get Rare Candy, Dragapult, and the Crispin. So, I mean, it's not too far along, but it's still like, it's still a bad position I am in. The best thing I can do is I already have Dragapult in hand. If I can get Crispin, I already have the Dust Noir. I could take away this 3 prizes right here and being at a good spot. My gosh. I apologize if my voice seems very nasally. I don't know what's going on. My nose feels very stuffy, but I'm not sick, so I don't know what's going on. So yes, where are we at? Where are we at? So she plays the Lily this turn. Trying to thin. She can play items now. She has the Applin here. She does have the Force of Vitality. She attaches for turn to the second Teal Mask. Finds, I think Celebi. Oh no, that's a Bayleaf. And then opts into Pokepad for I remember it's the Diplin, I believe, which is makes sense. Because if the play, my next play would have been if like she couldn't evolve this Applin to the Hydrapple or Diplin this turn, which is gonna KO this 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 Applin instead and target the Megadium at a different time. So yes. But yeah, so at this point, like, okay, so the high drop was coming. My board's not pretty much set up, so now I'm just thinking like, what's the best strategy I can do to ensure I win this game? Is it grab Night Stretcher, bring back the Moltres, attack with the Moltres? Because this Moltres is definitely getting KO'd. So we can see right here. Is it like, should I just bring up the Dust Clops and have a free, and then just have a free attacker search for the Night Stretcher now. it's a lot of things that now I'm just like, okay, let's just go for it. Let's just go for it. I have the Ultra Ball now. I can find Meowth. Meowth gives me what's it called, Crispin, so we could start attacking this turn. I Pokepad. I grab that. I think the best play here is like there's multiple outs because like I could grab Night Stretcher off of the cloaks. Some people would say like, oh, you should have just Ultra Ball for the Meowth Crispin, play the Crispin first, then out the deck as much as possible so you can have optimal plays. But like, is that the correct play? Just automatically going for the Crispin, or should I just like play to grab the Night Stretcher, then play the Crispin to then attack with the Moltres, leaving a one prizer, he needing boss, and I can still take it away, right? So I Ultra Ball. Um, I don't think the Maractus is needed in this matchup, so I opted to get rid of that, and then a Monkey as well. So yeah, so to then grab the Meowth, to then grab the Crispin, to then start attacking, and then I will throw all of its. I will Dusknoir into the Brigadium, take it away into play, taking a 3 prize turn. Oh, that reminds me, she took 3 prizes, so let's give her those what's it called, prizes. So yes, now I have the Crispin. Now I have everything I need to attack. I will give her an extra prize card, bringing her down to 2, which ideally is not the best thing to do, but with the fact that this Hydrapple could just take me next turn, I'm hoping she just whiffs. Would have been great is a special red or unfair stamp, just to limit her ability from taking away this game. So then I give her the extra prize by popping my own Dusknoir onto the Meganium, leaving her down to 2 prizes. Meaning, if she could just find 2 energies and bring back the Meganium line and the Stadium, she has the win. So, opted to spread some damage around. I take now 3 prizes. She brings up her Hydrapple EX. At this point, I still need 2 more attacks. So she bumps my Stadium. Brings back. She's now just whiffing just the Meganium. She forgot to draw for turn, so she's gonna do that now. She did top deck the Dawn, so which is a crazy card. At this point now, she just needs 3 more energies to start swinging and taking out this knock. She has the Night Stretcher, so she automatically grabs the Meganium. So now it's backing up, and that's why it's this, like, the Force of Vitality is such a broken card for grass Pokemon. Because look at that, stage 2 already back from the grave after you just KO it without a backup Bayleaf or Chikorita on bench. So there's no need for a Bayleaf or a Rare Candy to help you get back into that Meganium because you just have the Stadium. So she plays Colress as her supporter of turn. Then she, on our so she has the backup Stadium. So even if I bump this without the fact of having special red, because unfair stamp won't work, because if she doesn't take a KO this turn, I won't be able to unfair stamp. So special red is my only way of disrupting that Stadium and then hoping to find my Stadium as well to bump hers. But I'm kind of hoping she has the 1 energy. She could attack with 1 energy. It just won't be for like the full KO. Which is still pretty strong. And at this point, it's just like, oh, okay, she probably has it at this point. She just needs 2 attacks. I need to get rid of this Meganium. I have boss in hand. Do I, like, now I'm thinking, like, should I just boss up the Meganium? She could whiff an energy. There's a possibility she could whiff another energy to attack, right? And try to do some math here. So she does it. So it's let's look up the attack again. It's 30, right? It is 30 for each grass energy. Times that by 6. So 3 times 6 is 180. So 210. 210 of damage. So lucky enough, I find the monk. I have dark energy now, so I think I like just to spread damage. I don't know where I put it though. I like the best like now thinking about it, like spreading damage and putting it in, into the teal mask is actually pretty good because now he can't do the ripening charge to. He could swing with the teal mask next turn, and then just heal all the damage. Um, but I mean, if I have monkey down already, it would be pointless, right? Unless it's like you're going for like the full KO, which is possible. You could teal mask, use the special, and attach, and you can do a lot of damage. So now I'm just thinking, I have boss. Should I just boss up this thing? Hoping she just whiffs on finding. I'm thinking about thinning the deck as much as possible, but a lot of these cards I kind of want. Um, I recon. I grabbed the special red. Yes, special red. I think that's like the best thing to do. But she only plays. She only has 2 cards in hand, and I don't think like should I my like it's so hard. Sorry, I'm stuttering. Um, I'm just thinking like should I special red? She has 2 cards. Should I just give her an extra 2 cards because she will get an extra one from the special red plus she'll top deck whatever she's gonna get. And I mean, if the cards are not in her hand, then she's preying on a top deck. And if I just special red her, I'm just giving those top decks regardless, right? I think I opt out on special redding her because I know one of the cards is a force fatality, right? I don't know what the other one is. Based on obviously we know because it's a dawn. It's dawn. So I play monkey. I heal it. So now I'm at 180. Yeah, 180. I move all the 30 damage onto the teal mask. And I just say, screw it. And I will play the boss. And I bring up the Meganium and just take it away. Because if I don't, then I automatically lose. I automatically lose. And there we go. If I had another Dust Clops on board, I would definitely boss up the teal mask and then try to find Night Charger. I mean my line. So I just put all 6 damage on the teal mask and then hoping that's like that's 100 damage onto the teal mask. Regardless, she has Dawn, so I'm like, oh my god, she has it. At this point, like she finds the Meganium, and I'm just thinking like, okay, she got it. She took it. I'm currently sitting. Now we're tied at 2-2, and so once she got the Chikorita, I was like, okay, it's over. She got it. I just gotta see the bay leaf, and she kept twiddling her thumbs over there. So I was like, okay, maybe she doesn't have it. She doesn't have it. Maybe it's prized or in the discard. So she did not have it, but she grabs Fez, which is a strong choice. And then now she's just searching for stage 2, and I think she doesn't really have any other stage 2s. I mean stage 1s. My apology, but Fez being the strongest card she could grab right now, just to draw. Which, if you don't know what Fez's ability does, it has the flip the script ability. Once during your turn, if any of your Pokemon were knocked out during your opponent's last turn, you may draw 3 cards. You can't use more than 1 flip the script ability each turn. Very strong. So she is basically hoping for 2 energies at this point. And because right now she's doing 30, 30, 30. That's 90 plus 120. 120 plus 180 is 300. So she is honestly just needs 1 energy. 1 energy, and she gets it from she gets it from flip the script ability. And yeah, she just attaches for turn, and me doing the math, I'm like, yeah, you got it. Because that is 120 plus yeah, that's for 120 plus 30, that's 150. And yep, that's exactly what she needs. And she takes the win. So first game, it was looking grim on both sides for a little bit, but somehow Dragapult comes out victory, but that's okay. We learned some plays here. Maybe I should have just thinned out more with the Crispin Ultra Ball Meowth play instead of just being more aggressive. But yeah, that concludes game one, round one. So I'll see you guys in round number 2. Alrighty, guys, we're here, round 2, starting off. We're going against Cynthia's Garchomp, which is very, very hard. It's not hard, but it's like one like a bad matchup for Dragapult. It can go pretty fast. It can KO your Dragapult really easily, especially with the Roserades and the Power Premium Pros. There's just so many outs to just KOing you. It's just dumb whiffing energies is like your best bet. As you can see, he mulliganed 4 times, giving me 4 extra cards. We're about to start. Have my hand on the trigger for the timer. So there we go. Fist bumps activated. Timer is set. So yes, we basically. So I start off with the Maractus, which is a good actually starter for the Garchomp line, because unless they're playing Surfer, not a lot of people do play the Surfer. They don't either. They don't have the ability to switch, so I can just boss up a Roserade and just kind of just go with it and just like build up enough momentum, grab my grab my Dusknoirs, try to get them involved up to Dusknoirs, my Duskulls, Dusclops, Dusknoir, and then just start attacking their Roserades. Because you might think, oh, this matchup is all about attacking your big attackers first, right? For Garchomp, it is. It's basically just trying to get rid of all your Dragapults and you can't play the game, right? As for a Dragapult player, you don't really want to attack the Garchomps. You want to go and attack their Roserades, and once there's no more Roserades, then you can attack their Garchomps, because without the Roserades, they won't be able to one-shot KO you anymore. So, I mean, even with regardless, like, oh, okay, like, yes, they have Premium Power Pro, they can still just have 2, but they have to find it. And with the Unfair Stay-Up and Special Red, hopefully you won't be able to get set up. I opted to grab Lilies here. I was debating on just using Ultra Balls first, but then I was like, you know what? Let's just get set up. Maybe the Ultra Balls will become useful later in later games when I need to find like the Duskull lines and Dusknoir lines. So it's just like, okay, I'll save those because I only play 3 Ultra Balls, so discarding them now just to like build a board, it seems really, really bad because I will probably need them later game. And I'm just kind of hoping for a good top deck, at least 1 Dracloaks, 1 or 2, and then obviously more bench. And then obviously I play Risky Ruins because based off my knowledge from the past, they don't play Stadium. So this Risky Ruins is going to stay in play, and they don't play any spread attackers, so putting damage on my side isn't bad as well. Just so give a little context on what Cynthia Garchomp is all about. Cynthia's Garchomp is a stage 2 with 2 amazing attacks. For 1, Fighting Energy, it has Corkscrew Dive, where you may draw, it does 100 base, and you may draw cards until you have 6 cards in hand. So obviously after the Unfair Stamp and after a Special Red, they're like, oh, it's cool. Smack you for 100. If they have a Power Premium Pro, they can KO. I mean, with the 100, you pretty much KO a lot of stage 1s and basics. So you can just boss and smack and then get your hand back up. And then its main attack, which is Draconic Buster, for 260 damage, You're for 2 energies, you're doing 260 damage, which is discarding all energies from this Pokemon. If you have the Roserades, it goes from, if you have one Roserade, it's 290. If you have two Roserades, it's 320. If you have three Roserades, it's 350. And the max you can do is four Roserades. So that is, uh, you are doing so much damage. You're doing 410 damage with all four Roserades. So obviously he bosses and takes away my Duskull, which is pretty fair. So now I'm just thinking like, oh, okay, I could rare candy, but I just need an extra turn. If I can find boss, then I can just bring up the Roserade and just keep it trapped there. I already played my Meowth, so I can't really do that. Opted to play that and discard my Badoo. Grab Fez because like the best thing for me right now is boss and retreat lock his Roserade and hoping he's not playing Surfer. Not a lot of decks play Switch. Most Garchomp players play at least one Switch, but the chances of him playing Switch is pretty low. As you can see, because we talked about a little bit of the Roserades, but Roserade has this ability called Cheer On to Glory. Basically, attacks used by your Cynthia's Pokemon do 30 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. So basically, every Cynthia's Pokemon in your field gets a 30 buff per Roserade. So that's why it's so good. This is why this deck works. And with the Premium Power Pro, even if you lose a Roserade, you just need to use one one Premium Power Pro, because that is not the card. Interesting. I don't see it here. Okay, right here. Premium Power Pro. What that does is during this turn, attacks used by your fighting Pokemon do 30 more damage. So if like somehow you lose a Roserade, but you need that extra 30 damage to just hit that. Like for instance, you have two Roserades, and okay, I can KO this Dragapult. He instead of attacking my Garchomp, he goes for the Roserade. I just need an extra 30 damage. That's where that Premium Power Pro comes in handy and just takes it from Storm. Because with Cynthia's Gabite, this is why this deck is so kind of troublesome for Dragapult, is because with the Gabite. The Gabite has the ability called Champion's Call. Once during your turn, you may search your deck for Cynthia's Pokemon, reveal it, and put it in your hand. So it's basically find all your Pokemon for free. Like, you don't need to worry about a Pokepad. Fighting, you don't have to worry about, let's see, you don't have to worry about Pokepad. You don't have to worry about Fighting Gong to search for Pokemon. You can just use that for fighting energies. And that's those two basically it. You don't have to play any supporters. You are playing a Hilda in this list and most Garchomp's list. I'm not sure if he's playing it, but with Hilda, you're opting to grab. The main reason you're playing that is because you play Neo Upper Energy, and that's a way to aggressively attack next turn, because again, you only be able to use that corkscrew die. I'm sorry, Draconic Buster once, because you're discarding all energies. Even though it's just two, you still need 2 turns to attack, because there's no like energy acceleration for that deck. So with that knowledge, I'm like, okay, as long as he attacks and he doesn't find his Neo Upper, then I'm pretty much good. So I opted to throw in my Dracloak, find the Dragapult, which I already have it in hand. I already have the Psychic in hand. It already has, what's it called, 140 HP. So I'm knocking this thing out. But I'm kind of debating, should I try to go for this boss and get rid of the Roserade and then hope he don't have it with a Power Premium Pro? It's one of those risks. Do I worth taking, or do I just try to go for and just take away all his Garchomps away as well? So I do find Dusknoir. I do have the ability to rare candy, so which I do. He definitely taken 2 prizes, so let me give him those. with my Maractus, why I like choosing Maractus, and the reason why I chose Maractus, um, is because of its ability. Other than being a great retreat locker, it has the ability. Let me just find it up for you. Exploding Needles. If this Pokemon is in the active and knocked out by damage from an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, put 6 damage counters on the attacking Pokemon. Just like that, just gives me enough damage. As you saw, he KO'd it last turn, put 6 on the Garchomp, being able now to be KO'd from my Phantom Dive. I did manage to grab Unfair Stamp, so now it's just making sure I use all the cards in my hand appropriately. I do that. I have Boss now in hand, so the best play to do is Boss up the other Roserade that has a 20 damage on it. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Boss up the Roserade. No, that's right. Boss up the Roserade with a 30 damage. Because it doesn't matter, it only has 30 damage on the HP of a Roserade is 130, so it does perfect math. So it doesn't really matter which one you bring up. You're going to boss up one, Dusknoir the other, and then Phantom Dive on the Gibble. And that's what I'm going to do. I opted not to boss, which could be a huge misplay here. Let's see. What was I thinking? Did I already play a supporter in turn? I can't remember. I was too busy explaining the Garchomp to understand what was I doing. Did I play Boss already? That's the question. That is the question. What happened to his I gave him his prizes and they somehow came back. So yeah, so Unfair Stamp. I had Boss in hand. I'm not sure. Maybe I thought about a different play I needed. Also, I'm really hesitant. Sorry, I'm really relying on Rosa to save me next turn, because if he manages to knock out this Dragapult, then I need another backup attacker. It looks like I just draw Dragapult, so I have a backup attacker. Now it's just finding that Roserade and trying to do some math, and then trying to find it. And I mean, be able to fetch these 5 cards. I do have the Recon. I haven't played yet. So let's see. I wasn't able to. I was too busy. I wasn't paying attention on what 2 cards he grabbed. But now I'm just thinking, I should have played the boss. I don't think I could have played the boss. No, I didn't play anything in the discard because the Maractus was the last thing there. Oh, I do have boss. I found the boss. Now I'm kind of thinking like what to do. And I was wondering like what was the best play? What was I thinking in that situation? Because boss seems like the best play. My other supporter would be Lilies, Crispin, or Rosa. Those seem very weak in this situation. Maybe Crispin just to grab an energy into it, or maybe I wanted to throw damage. I think boss is like the only strategic play here. So not being able, I think I misplayed there by not bossing up and just being. So I do pop up the Roserade. He now has 3 prizes remaining. I have 5. I play Crispin instead. Okay, interesting. I was probably too worried about. I was probably too worried about the Premium Power Pro just being in hand and then always having it. The thing about this specific matchup is that it always seems like they have it, even though they have no draw other than just attacking and then drawing 6 cards, which is more likely what he's going to do, but hoping that he doesn't have that 1 energy or I mean, he has 2 cards in hand. I can't really tell what he's playing based off how he's holding up the cards. It looks like one's a trainer and one's a stadium. So I managed to KO that and then put all damage here. So that is 3 prizes right there extra. So now I'm left with 2 prizes remaining. He has 3, so he needs 2 turns to KO me, and I need one. Well, I technically need 2 turns as well, but since he's gonna punch me first, he has the Cynthia's Power Weight, which Cynthia's Power Weight gives Cynthia's Pokemon gets an extra 70 HP. So he's gonna play Lily's, draw into 6-card hand, see what he can do. Hopefully find that energy for him, and he gets swing for 130. He did put up Battle Cage, which is a stadium I was not anticipating he would be playing. Because, again, most 90% of Garchomp players don't play a stadium. So now it's just like, okay, if he gets the stadium. Oh, he did find the Neo Upper. So technically, if he was just he on special reds me. If he was able to find one Premium Power Pro, he would have been able to swing for 100 and 260, 290 right now. But regardless, it's not a KO, and he's thinking about like, should I risk it? Sorry. Debating on if he should risk it, use it now or use it later. I think at this point he just needs more cards in hand, so he's just gonna just attach with the Rocky Energy, which is a powerful energy card for the fighting decks, which it prevents all effects of attacks used by opponent's Pokemon done to fighting Pokemon. This card is attached to. So even if it goes to the bench, I get rid of this Battle Cage, I won't be able to put damage on it. So that's pretty strong against a Dragapult player. So he passes it. He hits me for actually 130. I have Monkey Dory. So I play Monkey Dory. I already have I believe I grabbed the Dark from. I did not grab the Dark. Okay, interesting. So wait, where did I put the other? Where did I put the other energy? Interesting. So now I'm thinking like, what to do here? What to do? Grab another Dreepy. I'm curious of where my other energy went. I can't remember. I play Lily's because I had to grab 2. I didn't have it there. I already attached return before the unfair stamp. I played Crispin. I attached 1. It means I'm missing a card. I'm missing an energy somewhere. I think at this point it doesn't really matter. But I'm curious. So I'm gonna play it back right when I play the Crispin, and then bring it back to that part where I Lilies. So we're gonna go way back. Okay, so I grabbed Crispin. I play the Crispin. I attach the fire, and the Psychic goes in my hand. Okay, and then we do all this moves. And then I attack. Battle Cage comes up. Okay, so then I see the Psychic. Oh, Special Red. Special Red takes it away. There we go. Okay, so we're not missing any cards, so let's take it back to where we were. I was wondering if I accidentally cheated by only taking 1 energy and attaching it, but that's not the case. Okay, I did grab 2 energies. Okay, we brought it back to where I Lilies, so now we can do it. I was making sure no cheating was happening on my side, and obviously I did not. I totally forgot Special Red was played. I could just glance on his side and realize that that's what happened, but I didn't. So, but it's okay. The power of watching it back is pretty awesome. So now I play my own Special Red, get rid of that 6 new cards he has taken, and again I'm feeling pretty comfy because even if he KOs this Dragapult next turn, he will be down to 1 prize. I will punch his Cynthia's Garchomp, so it'll be 200. Cynthia's Garchomp has 400, so either way, it's perfect math. So he would need a brand new attacker or something to take the hit for at least 1 turn and hope I whiff boss, which is a possibility. So I'm feeling pretty great, and I can't really spread the damage around because of the battle cage. So yeah, so it's just a 200. I'm feeling pretty okay. Now it's his turn. In his hand, I mean, he could swing for 260, getting the KO here. He has another battle cage already set and ready to go. Now I have the potential of finding four. I see. Here's the thing: like, either you attack my Dragapult and KOing it, but then that leaves you to being KO'd return. So he did take a prize. No, he did take a prize. Um, so this is where like it's tough because like, oh, like, you can just pivot, retreat, but then it doesn't stop you because even if I attack the Roserade and you then eventually I just have checkmate on board. Unfortunately, if he had somehow another backup attacker such as like maybe Blood Moon, which they don't play in this list at all, so it's like and like at all like Garchomps don't play Blood Moon, but like having a Blood Moon and because with what's it called, Cynthia's Garchomp, it has free retreat, so you can just switch to the Blood Moon, attack it, and then now I'm forced to find boss and hope, and you're just kind of hoping I whiff, which is a pretty good strat. So now he just has one more prize left to go. That's not it. Oh, there we go. And now I'm just kind of like, I already have all the answers in my hand. Now I'm just trying to see like if I can thin. Can I thin? So I buddies. I Crispin to see if there's enough energies on board. I do have enough energies, so I play that. I grab that. I already have the Dragapult, so I mean I could technically search right now if I wanted to. 7 cards. I can see 7 cards right now, and then go from there. Um, um, I, I guess I don't have Dragapult, and that's kind of what I'm searching for. Just thin as much as possible. And oh yeah, I don't have Dragapult, and I was like, oh great, they're the next 2 cards. I should have just recon. Then I did it again. I do have Night Stretcher, so I could just grab Night Stretcher. I remember that after this match, I was like, oh, I didn't have to go through all that, like, um, what's it called, like panic, because I had Night Stretcher. I could just grab Night from the discard and use Night, grab the Dragapult from the discard, and I still win this game. So with that being said, I recon, hoping to find. I get the Ultra Ball. I was like, okay, I have it. I got the Ultra Ball. I can just discard these 2, grab the Dragapult, and swing for 20. Just move the 20 damage there. Swing, hit 200. Boom. Got the KO. Took this game. We have one round game. Yeah, sorry. We have one round 2. So I'll see you guys in round number 3. All right, guys, we're here round 3. We're about to kick it off here with the fist bump very shortly. We are playing against Festival League. Festival League is with its main attacker, Diplin. Oh, there's the fist bump. Let's start hitting that timer. With Diplin, with the Festival League ability, if Festival Grounds is in play, this Pokemon may use an attack it has twice. Bro, that can't, like, bro, reading this card always breaks me. If Festival Ground is in play, this Pokemon may use an attack it has twice. Does that, maybe it's just the reason this, now I'm breaking up here. But regardless, the ability basically tells if Festival Grounds is in play, it can attack twice. If it KOs a Pokemon, the next Pokemon the opponent brings up can still be attacked. So you are basically can knock things out pretty fast, pretty quick, put a lot of damage on something, and still being a very one prize board. Obviously, it is paired with its big search engine Thwacky with its ability Boom Boom Groove. Once during your turn, if your active Pokemon has the Festival Elite ability, you may search your deck for a card and put it in your hand. Then shuffle your deck. So basically, and this doesn't limit you to just one card or just one. This doesn't limit you to only one ability, right? You can have multiple Thwackies on your bench with the Boom Boom Groove ability and start swinging and taking things away. Like you can have up to 4 Thwackies onto your bench if you choose, and be able to search for 4 cards in one turn per turn as well. Obviously, Boom Boom Groove does not activate unless you have a Festival Elite ability in play, which obviously with the Dipplin, you need to evolve it. So then we got the card printed Goldeen, which is a basic with the Festival Elite ability, not having the best attack because you're just wanting it to use his ability, and then, sorry, hiccups, and then a pivoting to your next attacker. Obviously, you want to pair it with the air a balloon, so you can be able to switch into your Dipplin later on. And then, so then there we go. So obviously, Festival Leads can't be active unless you have Festival Grounds, which is the stadium in play, which they play 4 of, which is each Pokemon that has an energy attached, both yours or your opponent, recovers all special conditions and can't be affected by any special conditions. So basically, Mind Bend is useless. For the newer cards out there, Dark Bell is useless. Just as long as they have the stadium in play, as well as and they have an energy attached to that Pokemon, it's safe from any special conditions. So with that being said, this is the build. Obviously, he is playing the Rabska build. Obviously, we can see the Reller onto the bench, which means nothing, but just other than having a 50 HP, which is kind of perfect for a Dragapult if they can start swinging pretty early, or if they whiff, or if they can't get to the Reller in time. But the Rabska is the big threat for Dragapult, because if you're playing any other Dragapult build other than the Dusknoirs, this can be pretty troublesome because it's a spiritual shield ability. It prevents all damage from and effects of attacks from your opponent's Pokemon done to your bench Pokemon. So basically, Phantom Dive is useless as long as Rabska is in the field. So with that is his board. He opts to get 3 Thwackies turn 2, while I'm over here struggling to just find Pokemon. So my hand is pretty dead. I lilies, and all I got was 1 Buddy, and I grabbed 2 Dreepies. Not good start. Again, this deck it goes fast. Next turn, I am definitely getting hit with a potential. Here he has the 100 max damage. So with Dipplin, his attack is based on how many Pokemon is onto the bench. So as you can see, due to wave, it does for one grass energy, it does 20 times per each of your bench Pokemon. So obviously 5 is the max you can do. So that's 100, and then attacking twice, you're doing 200 damage. You're doing the exact same amount of damage as Dragapult is doing without the spread. So with this, you can see how troublesome it can come. Like, if I didn't have the Monkey Dory having 110 damage, being able to survive 1 attack from Dipplin, and then being able to get KO'd on during the second attack, leaves me safe from not having him having to leave with a 2 prize, right? So now I'm just like, it's very grim for me, because like as long as he doesn't have boss, then we're pretty good. Because our Dreepies are the only thing. So he opts to put Brave Bangle onto the Goldeen, gets the Thwacky, plays the Festival Ground, evolves the Dipplin, Lily's Determination. At this point, it's like, okay, what can he do? At this point, I was talking to him, and I was like, because at this point, I know we're not. One of us is not potentially going to win the ETB, but we're like, we're talking about strats during the game. And just because like X1 is really hard to win an ETB unless you're like you're like X1 against the person that's XO, and you win that match, then it's like a 50% chance. But I was just letting him know, like, oh, like, I think you misplayed. Wouldn't it be better to Thwacky here to just search for another Thwacky, to evolve that Grookey to that Thwacky, then search it again, and then you'll still have one extra search to do at the end, and then you just thin 2 cards out of your deck to potentially optimize what your draw here. And then he was explaining to me like, oh yeah, that would. I mean, I see what you're saying, but but he mentioned to me like, oh, you want to play, like if I get a Thwacky here, then I get 2 searches versus 1. So overall, it's I think playing the Lilies is correct because then you can just get multiple cards. That's not forcing it to be a Thwacky. And then so yeah, he opts. So I was like, okay. And again, I'm not a Festival League player. I have never played Festival League. I've only experienced Festival League from as an opponent. So he did mention to me that he did whiff, and we all can see that he did whiff. So now he's actually doing the Thwacky move of getting all the Thwackies, and he's still able to use 1 Thwacky to search for any card he likes, which will be the Rabska to get this whole board set up. And then obviously he probably does have the energy. His 3 energies in hand, so he will be attacking this turn and then KOing my Monkey Dory. Luckily, Monkey Dory can survive 2 hits, so he will basically just take 1 prize, and we're still in this. Again, I do play Rare Candy Dragapult. If I wasn't playing the Dragapult line, if I wasn't playing the Rare Candy line, this list is pretty. I would be pretty at a really bad. I would be at a really bad position. So as you can see there, he gets the 1 prize, given that 1 prize. Bring up the Dreepy. At this point, I top deck the Crispin, so that's pretty good. I have the Ultra Ball for the Dragapult. I have Rare Candy, so we have all the necessary movements to go with attacking this turn. So now it's seeing what I could do here. So I recon first, and I think that's like a huge misplay because I should have just committed. Because like now these 2 cards are kind of useless. I don't need any of those 2 cards because I need energy in the deck so I can Crispin, and the Night Stretcher doesn't really help me because I'm not trying to get Monkey Dory back. What I should have done is Ultra Ball for the Dragapult. Rare Candy to Dragapult to Crispin, thin out the deck, like I would thin out the deck 3 times, and being able to, and then recon, and then potentially finding good cards that will be useful to me. But at this point, I misplayed here, and I believe I misplayed. I should have thinned out the deck first to optimize my my draw here as far as the recount goes. So obviously grab the Dragapult. Just looking through the deck real quick. So I grab the Dragapult. I Rare Candy. And then I go back in with the Crispin. So now I'm able to attack this guy, but I'm only being able to take 1 prize because of the Rabska. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to. I mean, this is turn 2, and you can see how pretty bad it is for me. I'm starting turn 3, but regardless, it's not going good. Can you imagine if I was going first? Right, I would just lose on the spot. Well, technically, he wouldn't be able to attack me the first turn, but actually, yeah, he wouldn't be able to attack me the first turn. So I would have still made it to turn 2, but if I couldn't find anything, it would have been very grim. I do have Lilies and a Night Stretcher in hand now, which I can use the Lilies Determination next turn. So I just Diplin. I KO'd Diplin. I can't spread the damage, so that's A-okay. So now we're tied with 1 prize card given to each of us. So yeah. So I'm in a pretty bad spot. What the best thing here is that when he punches, like, so he attached return to the Goldeen. So more likely he's going to attack with the Seeking, which we can see its attack right here. It still has the same ability, Festival Lead, but its attack is a lot weaker. It does, for one colorless energy, it does 60 damage, and in its effect, it draws 2 cards. So the fact that its effect is a lot stronger during its attack, I mean, its attack is only doing 120, and that's with Festival Grounds inactive. And then but being able to draw 4 cards is pretty good. But he's not taking the KO here, so we are safe, at least for an extra turn. So he makes sure to get a Boom Boom Groove of looks like to ensure he has it to a Sea King. Sacred Ash, some Pokemon back into the deck. Boom Boom Groove. The Applin. Plays the Applin. Puts down the Festival Ground. He's going to Boom Boom Groove one more time, sorry. And just to make sure he has an out for next round. Doesn't look like he really needs much. I mean, he looks like he's going to boss, so he bosses up the Jacloak, which is pretty good because he's going to do only 120, leave no damage on my side, being able to take away my only draw, and now we're at a huge pickle. Because now, I mean, we have lilies in hand, so the lilies could potentially save me. He gets Brave Bengal and attaches it to the Applin. So with this, we are looking pretty grim. Like it looks like this is his game, and there's nothing much I can do. Just because like it's super easy for Andrew to come in and just take away this Dragapult. With the Gladion now in play, and it's a new addition this deck has received. With Gladion's Final Battle, you can only use this card when it's the last card in your hand. During this turn, attacks used by your Pokemon that don't have a rule box do 80 more damage. So 100, like 80 plus to the 100 he's already doing, do that twice. That is 360 damage. Plus the Brave Bengal, that is extra 60. So that's 440 damage to any Pokemon if you have all if you have all the buffs to it, right? So top deck a Dreepy, that's pretty good. A Lilies, just to make sure I don't get board wipe here. A Boss's Order would have been actually pretty good here to get rid of the Applin, because I know he wouldn't be able to KO my Dragapult. He could have grabbed another boss and just take it and still take the prize. But at least I still have my Dragapult and we can still make things happen. So I mean, this board is like, it's pretty much bad. I know this thing is gonna get taken out. So my thinking's like, okay, if we can find my Maractus, we know we played Maractus from our last game, and it's obviously the theme of this video. And if we could stall, we could get back into this game. Because as you can see, we are just not getting any luck with the Lilies. Every time I feel like I play Lilies, I just get into bad hands. It's like, at this point, is it worth it? So at Night Stretcher, bring back another Dreepy to ensure I have draw next turn. I play the Monkey Dory just because if this Dragapult gets KO'd, I can put the Monkey up, and then if he can't get boss, he can just punch my Monkey, and then we're pretty much good. But he has boss already in hand, so like for the next turn after, it's pretty much okay. So now he's debating on what to put down, because you need another Festival Lead on your bench to make sure, because this thing, the Diplin's definitely getting KO'd here. We saw his last turn that he had Dipplin already in his hand. He can start doing the wave, and he does the wave for right now. He's doing 260 damage, and plus, I mean, pair it with the Kyurem they play in their hand. I mean, not in their hand, but in their deck. Kyurem does two effects, but you have to choose one. You have switch your active Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon, or during this turn, attacks used by your Pokemon do 30 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon EX and V Pokemon. So with that being said, now if he grabbed it with the Boom Boom Groove, now he's able to do 160 damage twice, being perfect math to KO my Dragapult. So there's a lot of ways for this little guy, this little Dipplin, to come in and take and KO a full HP Dragapult. It's insane. It's very insane. And with Gladian, now the math is 440, and now you can KO any Mega that comes into play, being one of the strongest decks. One prize decks to be out right now. Other than the obviously Slowking and Alakazam are the next two heavy hitters. But with Festival League having so much potential potential having the best search engine, being like to find any card you need, is very strong. So he do the wave twice, KOing my Dragapult, taking in the next two prizes, leaving him with two prizes remaining. Now it's my turn, and now kind of like at this point I'm thinking like, okay, he has it. If I don't get this tech I need at this point, he doesn't know I'm playing the Maractus. If I don't get this tech, then I'm pretty much screwed here. So I obviously find the unfair stamp, so that's pretty good. And now it's now I need to stall. So I boss up a Thwacky, and now it's just like, okay, hope he doesn't grab Air Balloon, because Air Balloon is his only way out. Because the retreat cost is 2, so there's no way to energy accelerate into this game. There's no, what's it called? Energy switch. I mean, regardless, he would not be able to attack if he does the energy switch. So his only out is to an Air Balloon. They play multiple Air Balloons, and for those who don't know what Air Balloon does, Air Balloon, they play 2 copies of Air Balloon. It looks like the list I found only plays 2 copies of Air Balloon, so I'm not sure if he plays multiple, but he plays. He is searching for the Air Balloon. That's what he mentioned to me on the day. But Air Balloon has the retreat cost of your Pokemon to the the retreat cost of the Pokemon this card is attached to is 2 colorless less, basically making any 2 retreat cost Pokemon have free retreat. So I grabbed my 5, and now it's just like kind of hoping, trying to get set up as much as possible. I have a Pokepad, and now I can finally get the tech card of what I need to stay in this game. So I attach to the monkey, and I play Pokepad to hopefully, I didn't price check to see if he was in there, but he is, and I grabbed the Maractus. And as he's reading the cards, as you can tell, the camera focused right on him, but that's okay. So now Maractus can very, very much slow down the game for me. But my only fear is that I can't KO. Like, he has to whiff grabbing the Air Balloon. I don't know if he already has it in hand. I don't know if he has a way of searching for it, but he is probably checking to make sure. He has 2 grass energies, plays the Night Stretcher to then attach, and hopefully, maybe possibly debating like, oh, what if he whiffs energy to attach to this Maractus, right? Like, I could potentially get multiple turns, but you have to play it as okay, he's gonna Maractus me next turn, so how can we do this? So I'm not sure if he knows if Air Balloon is still like if he has a copy of Air Balloon in his deck, but I'm pretty sure he does, as he was fairly confident about it. But only able to see 6 cards, and he has to hope he gets it from the 6 cards. At this point, we we only have 9 minutes left of this game until time is called, and I just if that's the case, then I have to start making moves quick, right? So he draws six, looks at the six. At this point, I see the line. I see the line. I'm like, okay, I can take a four price. I can take a four price turn. I forgot to give myself a extra prize. Um, so he passes it to me. He didn't find the out. That was lucky for me, and I have Crispin to ensure I have energy for both Pokemon. So I grab the Dark, and I'm just kind of looking through my deck to see if I'm. Oh, sorry. To see if I can. If I. It looks like I prized the last Psychic Energy, which is fine because I was gonna power up my Dragapult with Rosa. Um, but with this Crispin, I was debating on attaching this Dark Energy onto the Monkey Dory just have it ready. But then I was thinking about because what's stopping him from finding boss and then bossing up something, and I just whiff energy. So I decided to keep the energy in hand to ensure, just in case a boss happens, I can just bring up the. I can just bring it. Sorry, I can just attach and retreat, go back to Maractus and start and keep the loop. And so it's always good. Like with Maractus, it's always good to make sure you have an energy in hand. And then I just pass. And so this line I see is like it's pretty much. I can take a four price turn here. So all I'm missing is Dust Noir to pop the Rabska. Boss up another Thwacky. Once this Thwacky in the active already has 8 damage counters on it, then Phantom Dive into the new Thwacky. Put I'm sorry, Monkey Dory first. Risky Ruins. Build some damage on my board. Put 20 damage onto this Thwacky with the 8 damage that's eventually going to happen, and then boss up another Thwacky. At that point, I don't think I need to have the boss, and then Dust Noir, KO the Rapska, all 50 here. The Monkey Dory KO's this Thwacky, and I punch the 200 damage to a new Pokemon, giving me a 4 price turn. So now it's just seeing if I can get to it. I have 6 minutes left on the clock, and that's now the goal of mine. I see the line. Now I was just trying to get there. So I recon, and I can finally find the buddy. I finally found a way to get to my Duskulls. So I play Buddy to grab myself a Dreepy and a Skull, because I can only pop one Skull. If somehow he managed to only have 3 prizes remaining, this would have been a lot easier with just 2 Skulls on the bench. So it's pretty much G. If I can get all the pieces, it's pretty much GG, right? That's what we're looking here. So now I just at this point, like I was telling him, I don't know if I have this because we're low on time. Like board sucks. I still need a lot of pieces. We'll see. We'll see what we can do. And who knows? You can potentially find a way. He just passes. So I'm able to find Pokepad, and a thought has crossed in my mind. Should I grab another cloak, or should I just ensure myself one of the missing pieces? And so I just grab one of those missing pieces, which is a Dust Noir. Rare candy that's into Dust Noir. And I'm able to now run with. I have my Dust Noir. That's one of the pieces. So now the next piece is get this Thwacky to 8 damage counters. Find a way to and try to get to Recon. Not Recon. I'm trying. Sorry. Try to get to Risky Ruins. That is what we're doing here. And I'm trying to see here. So I grabbed the. So, oh, we got the risky, but at this point, I'm thinking like, oh, I need both these cards. Is it possible? I think at this point, I actually don't need all these cards. I don't. I was thinking like, I need the recon. I need more draw, right? I need consistent draw, but I do need this risky. That's piece number 2, and I opted to grab the Pokepad to grab another recon because I was like, we could just draw back into it, right? We're seeing 4 cards, right? It won't be hard to find. So I think that was the correct play. But I'm trying to think. I have Rosa in hand. I just need to get this Thwacky to full to 4 more damage. Uh, maybe I didn't have to. Maybe I should. Maybe I misplay there. Maybe I misplay there. Maybe I should have grabbed the risky. Because that would have been all the pieces I needed, except for I needed 2 more energies, which I found 1 energy right here. Opted to grab the energy, and I opted to put it on the Maractus to ensure that's ready to be retreat because Maractus has a 2 cost retreat. So I corner, bring it up to 6, and then he, looking at his hand, he decides to thin out his deck to ensure that he can get his out. But I think at this point he's like, okay, so the only way I can get out of here is if I can attack you. And I couldn't really understand that play because it was like, unless he does it with, what's it called? Gladian? It's the only way he can KO me and then I KO myself. And then I want to be able to grab. I want to be able to Dust Noir Rabska because he would have been down to 1 prize. And me not destroying Rabska is what's pretty hard. So, yeah, I think really the big misplay here. Maybe I couldn't be able to find another energy. I know energy count was pretty low. I think I have 1 more fire in the deck, so it's pretty much. So at this point, I'm trying to think like, what do I need? I need 1 more turn with Thwacky being in the thing, but we're left with 1 minute and 18 seconds left before time and round. So I decided to special red him just in case he's doing some master plan because I was like 1 energy, like I think that like the hidden strat plan I couldn't really understand, so I was like maybe I'll just give it to him. Maybe I'll just not give it to him, but like disrupt his hand of like because he's like I just need grass, and I was like okay I don't know what he has in his hand, so I was like okay, and because his Thwacky as we can see on the screen here in a second, his Thwacky only does 50 damage, and my Maractus only has my Maractus has 110. So being able to 1-shot hit this, like you would have to hit it 3 times before it's knocked out. But with that said, that helps me not to find risky ruins because I can just move the damage and I have everything I need to win this game. So I didn't really understand that play, but regardless, I was a little nervous about that. Whatever he had in his hand, and he was like, "I'm just banking on the 1 grass." So I just special read him. He said that probably helped me, and I was like, "Well, if you have it, you have it. I'll give it to you. Let's make this game a little bit more interesting." Because I do feel bad when I retreat lock people, so it's pretty. So yes, so that is time in round. As you can see, he is turn 0. I am turn 1. Then he is turn 2, and then I have turn 3. All right, so I have 2 more turns. This is one of his final turns. So he passes to me. So now I need. All I'm missing right now is Risky Ruins. I have the Dark for the Monkey Dory. I have Rosa for the attachments to the Uh, uh, I have what's it called? I have Rosa for the attachment to the Dragapult. So now at this point, let's just. I should have played. No, I have the boss. I have the boss. I have the boss's turn because if I don't, I KO the Thwacky and then he just wins. So now I'm just kind of like thinning to make sure I can get into this. I can get into this risky, and that's when I realized I shouldn't discarded the Pokepad. I should have used the Pokepad to thin out even more because I need to find this risky as much as possible. So now this is now I'm turn one, and we're gonna go to him. I'm gonna about to a boss up his other Thwacky and take this to turn two. So now he is hoping at this point. I don't really need. I just need to punch this. I don't need to use boss. I just need to retreat Rosa. No, I'm sorry. Dragapult retreat Rosa. Pop the Dusknoir, and then hopefully get it from there. And then risky move damage, and we win. And we win. So there's really nothing much he can do. He finds the. He finally finds the. He finally finds the grass, but it's too late. So then, now it's like this is the final turn. This is it. Turn 3. We're in time, and now let's see if we can get it. I have the Rosa at this point. I have that play. So now it's trying to figure out what can I do. So I have everything except for the risky ruins. So okay, so those are the two pieces. At this point, I'm just showing him because it's like, okay, that's not it. Risky right here. No risky. So that is basically a tie. So now it's just like, all right, let's just kind of play it out. Let's see, like there's. If I had one extra turn, I probably would have been able to find it. So I was like, but wait, because like now we're doing the math. I was like, wait, how can I? I was like, so like, yeah, I was always 10 short. So I was like, let's just play it. I was like, okay, wait. I prized the Dracloak, so let's see. So I popped this to see if I can grab the Dracloak. He grabs an extra prize. Let's see if, and this is based off the Dracloak right here. And it's not a Dracloak, it was the final Psychic Energy. I evolve. I play the Rosa. I was just like, let's just play it out. See what I can do here. Able to play the Rosa, attach, retreat. And then I just swing. I was like, boss's orders doesn't really help, so I just punch 20 and then move 40 there, and then being 10 short, being just 10 damage short from taking the win. And that was it. And that was basically, so we ended up in the tie, which is not a bad. It was a good game. As you can see, Maractus came out clutch in that matchup, but it didn't give us the win. But so with that said, I'll see you in round 4, the final round. Alrighty, guys, round number 4, the final round. We are here. We're about to kick it off with the fist bump. So we are playing against it's a rematch, basically. We are playing against Kang, Marty's Grimmsnarl. If you watched last week's video, you might see his name being familiar. That is right. We have played him in the second round of game number 2. Second round of the last video. He was playing the same deck, so this is basically a rematch. The difference is I am playing a slightly different build of Dragapult than he remembers. So I started with the Maractus being pretty good. I wanted him to start with the Snow Runt so I can retreat lock it. At this point, my hand is pretty grim. Uh, no pun intended. But that's what I've been experiencing the whole day with this particular build. After playing it, I played this exact same list for the next tournament, and it's the same sort of um, consistency issues. It's just like one Pokemon. Where's my Dreepies? Where's my Buddy Buddy Poffins? Where's my Pokepads? There's nothing. Like Lilies doesn't even help. I just draw into dead hands with the Duskor build, with the Dust Noir build, with these random tech cards included. Nothing seems to be consistent. As you will see in the next video, where that was 5 rounds, little insights of what's to come. So it was a lot of bad starts, and I don't know if that is because of the build. I can't remember how I did. Sorry, I don't know how I did in at NAIC, because with NAIC I played the exact same build, but I did manage to beat every other deck other than Dragapult at NAIC. I went 4-4, losing to all the Dragapult mirrors. So obviously my build is not strong against the Dragapult, but it is consistent enough to attack everything else. But with the rare candies and these random techs and the Duskull line, it just doesn't. It just whiffs. So at this point, my hand. All I can do is bench the Dreepy, Crispin, and corner and pass. If you guys need a little refresher on what Snorunt evolves into, it evolves into Frostlass, which has the ability Freezing Shroud. During Pokemon Checkup, put 1 damage counter on each Pokemon that has an ability, both yours and your opponent, except for any Frostlasses. So at this point, obviously my Maractus is going to get KO. Not get KO'd, but will start taking damage itself. Luckily, even going into his next turn, he has the potential going rare candy, Marnie's Grimmsnarl, and but not being able to attack is pretty good because he's retreat locked. So regardless, he won't be able to attack me. We'll just start building up damage. Here he has a Monkey Dory with the dark energy attached to it already. And I don't even think I ever talked about Monkey Dory, but Monkey Dory is a strong card that came out in Twilight Masquerade, I believe. It has the ability Adrenaline Brain. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon has any dark energy attached to it, you may move up to 3 damage counters from one of your Pokemon to one of your opponent's Pokemon. So you can do a lot. You can do healing. You could move damage to do more, to have your to KO something. You could Phantom Dive uses this to spread more damage around, to board wipes certain situations. And then also it has his attack for a colorless and a psychic energy. It can use the move Mind Bend for 60 damage, and then also leaves your opponent's active Pokemon confused, which is a strong condition, as they will need to risk it for the biscuit to grab heads to be able to swing for a KO. And it doesn't go away. Confusion does not go away once you get the heads. It will stay there until you retreat or evolve your Pokemon. So he gets rare candy into Marnie's and then plays the Lily's Determination. So this is a good rematch. I've learned my mistakes, but again, the fact that my deck isn't working, meaning I am not able to draw well and get set up, it is still his game, as he already has Marnie's Grimmsnarl. Managed to find 2 Frostlasses, grabs the Impidimp and plays it down. At this point, I'm just like, all right, I just concede, because I really don't have the means to get this going. I mean, I could rare candy Dragapult and potentially start swinging, but my hand is pretty dead, and Fez isn't as useful in this situation because they're not taking KOs. They're letting their damage being added during the checkup, and then they can't and I can't Fez because Fez's abilities specifies that you have to have. Marine Scream Snarls don't even play Fez. Interesting. You have to be attacked by damage. You have to be KO'd by damage, not during Pokemon checkup, because Freezing Shroud is between turns in the Pokemon checkups. That doesn't not count for being KO'd during your turn. So at this point, I just need the Meowth to build. To hopefully get another Lilies to get my board. And of course, the second time I played against Kang, I go and prize the Meowth. Second time. This is getting flashback memories. So at this point, now I'm just trying to optimize on what to grab. So I just grab another Dreepy because that's all I can do at this point. And with the Monkey Dory on bench, he can move 30 damage plus a 2 because this Dracloak is about to be at 40 damage after when he goes into his turn. He can move 30 damage from the Monkey Dory, and then it gets KO'd during going into my turn, leaving me with just one Dreepy. So as you can see, it's very, very much bad for me. So I opted to boss up the monkey just to overwhelm it with so much damage because it's also taking two damage counters between turns. So it will go up to 4 plus the 20, so that's 60 damage. So I'm like, okay, we're cooking. We're hopefully we can overwhelm this monkey and it just gets KO'd. And I'm hoping he doesn't find his other monkeys, and then we're good, right? But of course, he top decks the monkey. Obviously, I didn't know what he top decks, but as we can see, he top decks it, and he moves 30 onto what I'm presuming is the Dracloak, which he does. So now it's at 70, with just 20 HP left. Plays down the monkey, and then plays energy switch to move the darkness energy off of this monkey into the bench monkey, and now be able to move another 30, putting down and KOing the Dracloak, which honestly I'm kind of grateful because it gives me Fez now. I do have Fez in hand, so I was like, all right, it's fine. And then at this point, he Lilies, searches for, grabs 6 more Pokemon. Maybe he shouldn't. Maybe he shouldn't. Maybe he should have not KO'd yet. He should have waited until play the little first and then KO me, so that he could get 8 cards instead of 6. Maybe a misplay, but who knows? Who knows? But at this point, he's very much set up, and I'm over here just twiddling my thumbs. And okay. And so let's see. Ooh, that's something I have to do. So yeah, and then all he could do, I think it was just pass. Sorry, my brain rotted there. I have to. So. And oh my God, brain. What am I thinking? What am I thinking? So I mean, at this point, I have 2 cards in hand. I have Fez. I have Dracloak. So, and maybe I could top deck something pretty awesome, and then we can still be in this game. But at this point, it's not looking good, and I'm like 2 seconds away from just being like, you know what? That's it. It's GG, right? Again, like I said, with this deck I brought to this tournament, it is not looking well. It's not consistent, and as you will see in the next video as well, a little spoiler, it's a lot of fun matchups, a lot of good matchups, a lot of good gameplay. It's just what I felt was lacking from the deck was consistency, and maybe you can see it as well during the next video, as well as this video. I mean, Maractus is pretty strong, but it does not say, it does not, it's not doing what it used to do for me before, when I first teched it in. It used to save me with so much matchups. It honestly, I mean, but the list I played before, like for NIC, didn't have rare candies, and I just kept losing to everything with rare candies. So, and Maractus helped for later rounds, but at this point, I just don't see. And I also did play more aggressive. I played 2 monkeys, 2 Meowths for that reason, just to always able to search for the cards I need. As you can see, we have Ultra Balls, and we're able to find the Ultra Balls. It's just every time I need a Meowth, I don't have a Meowth because I already played the Meowth because it's just so bad. But I've top decked the Lilies, so that's pretty nuts. And I play the Lilies after evolving my Dragapult and putting down my Fez. And that's honestly a great board to have if this was turn 2, you know? Be like, all right, we're sequencing correctly here. So now I get 8 cards. He did get a prize. So let's see. We have another Dreepy we can put down. We have Risky Ruins, which is kind of not good. And now we are able to find 2 Dust Skulls just to get just because he can move 60 damage already. And so I was like, I need at least to get one Dust Skull to a Dustoir to at least feel like I'm coming back. And I Fez, let's see what I get. Monkey, Recon. So I got the Monkey for next turn. I got Boss. I got the Dark. I choose to get the Dark because I need to start using my own Monkey to start attacking. Not start attacking, but start moving damage on their side. And I don't really think there's much I can do. I mean, I could attach for turn, which I feel like this Maractus is eventually going to get KO'd. So I opted to put the Fire Energy on the Dreepy because I know this Dracloak is potentially going to get knocked. Because all it needs is put 60 damage on there and just let it tick. And then we lose. So the Monkey has 40 and then goes in between turns. So that's 60. And then, what's it called? Graham has 80. Monkey has 40. So, I mean, with him having 5 prizes remaining, I still have 6. I mean, it's not too far along, but I mean, with his board setup is more aggressive than mine. So it could still be anybody's game. At this point, I did forget to put my damage, so I put 20/20 on the Fez and the Dracloak. So at this point, now he just needs to move 30. Yeah, just move 30. And yeah, if he puts all 60 on the Dracloak, then it's like GG. He can't retreat, so we're good. So he Spikement's Gym, which for a lot of you who don't know, Spikemuth Gym is a stadium card that once during each player's turn, that player may search their deck for Marnie's Pokemon, reveal it, and put it into their hands. Then that player shuffles their deck. So it looks like he's just going to get set up another Marnie's Grimmsnarl, which we haven't talked about. But Marnie's Grimmsnarl is actually really good energy accelerator if you're a Marnie's Pokemon type fan. So it has the ability to punk up when you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve to one of your Pokemon during your turn. You may search your deck up to 5 dark energies and attach them to any of your Marnie's Pokemon in any way you like, then shuffle your deck. And it also has the it also has the attack Shadow Bullet for 180 for 2 dark energies. This attack does 30 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. So paired up with the Frostlass, you could potentially do 50 damage. If it's onto a Pokemon with ability, but everybody's playing abilities nowadays, so basically Frostlass is a little OP, and with the Monkey Dories, it's kind of strong. So So we'll see what's it going to be. Um, so Marnie's so he's gonna move all 60. He moves it off of the Grimmsnarl himself, which is like okay, that's fine. And actually, he opts into just move 20 and put it onto the Dracloak to make sure I don't use Fez next turn. So now it will get KO'd in between turns from the Frost Slash, shrouding, freezing shroud. So he Gwens, grabs 6 new cards, puts it into his hand. Debating on where to attach his air balloon. Opts in to put it on to the Frostlass. And then attach for turn to the Frostlash. So then he can be able to pivot and won't be able to get stuck anywhere in the like any of his Pokemon won't be able to get stuck. I mean, obviously his Grimmsnarls is what you want in the active. So now at this point, I go up to 10. I'm one more me going. If I don't move damage from this Maractus, then he'll be able. I get KO'd. My Dracloak gets KO'd in 2 turns for the freezing shroud. Won't be able to Fez. I think I really need the Fez this turn. He got 2 prizes now. So now it's 6-4, and I'm just thinking like what to do here. Like, what is the optimal play? I do have Dragapult. I just need to search for rare candy. I don't get the rare candy. So what to do? And if I don't heal this Maractus, then I have to push something up into the active, which I can't do. So I believe so I have to heal this Maractus by using Monkey. So I opted to just grab a Dragapult. I mean not Dragapult, a Dracloak. Because did I prize all my Dracloaks? I have one in hand. I have the rare candy. Okay. Maybe it was to grab. The screen's going. What is happening? All right. Well, while the screen tries to figure out what is happening, my OBS is crashing. We'll just talk over it. It is fine. It is a-okay. We'll just let it ride. This seems. So we buddied. We buddied. Hoping to find another Dreepy just to get draw next turn. And I think I don't have any more Dreeps. So at that point, it's just like, okay. I think the best thing to do is evolve to Dragapult because it's just going to get Monkey Dory, Freezing Shroud, and it will just get KO'd regardless. So just to ensure that it stays a turn, I must evolve it. I have Rare Candy, we've seen, and I need to heal this Maractus so it doesn't die going into his turn. So I'm able to still play this game. If I could die going into my turn, then it's fine. I don't have to find another energy for the Maractus. I could just bring up my Dragapult and then hopefully take this game away. So, and let's see. Wait, I don't have the Rare Candy in hand? I thought I did. Maybe that was my deck. Or maybe that was... Oh, no, I do have Rare Candy. Okay. So I do have it. It was just hiding behind the cards. I don't think I played a supporter this turn, so... don't do it. Oh. So I opted to do that, I guess. Maybe that was misplay. I don't think I really need all these... What was I thinking? And now I can't remember how this game played out. So I play my Monkey. I evolve the Monkey. So this Monkey that's in the active on his side has 80. So it will get KO'd. So I opt into KO this Monkey. Bring up whatever. I'll boss up whatever. I'll boss it up and then retreat lock it. So I bump his stadium with Risky Ruins. I boss up the, Frostlass. Maybe the correct play was bossing up the Monkey Dory because I was going to get to 6, 8. Oh, I Dust Noir it. Okay, okay. We're pulling some things off. Man, I can't remember this game whatsoever. So now he gets he's down to 3 prizes. I take a prize because of the Monkey Dory. Um, so that's gonna get KO'd, and then I corner the Frostlass. This getting KO'd. So I'm hoping that he can't send damage my side. The only thing that would have been made this turn even more powerful is if I had special red, and just because I can't use Unfair Stamp because I did not get KO'd during like my opponent's last turn. It was during between turns. So special red would have been perfect here, and maybe I would have got it if I was able to fetch draw for it. But seeing that he will be only able to move 30 damage to Dracloak, I feel safe. Now I'm actually looking at the line. That's pretty much a safe line. But I mean, there's nothing stopping me from, I guess, not having draw next turn. So he Night Stretchers. He has another Dark in hand. Able to move some damage around. He has the ability to attack my Maractus, but at this point it doesn't make sense because it would just get KO'd in between turns. So now it's like maybe so my thinking was like hopefully I can save this rare candy and get into a Dust Noir and pop pop a Frostlass. And it was just a little confusion on the board. He was like, "How did I get this monkey? Did I play the monkey or did I just grabbed it out of the discard?" I said, "Well, you didn't announce it, so you can technically have it." So I let him take it back in his hand, which more likely he will play it. I think he just wanted to see how many other Pokemon he has in the deck. I think he's counting out how many more monkeys he has. So, um, yeah, I don't think I have much. We have 6 minutes left into this match. It's definitely more favor to him. I mean, all he needs is, I mean, he could technically get it next turn. Because all he needs is boss, and then that's it, just boss, and he wins by attacking my either the Dust Skull and moving damage from the monkey, or just put everything onto the Monkey Dory. 30 on the Monkey Dory plus the 2 ticks we'll see, so that's 40. Yeah, 30 plus 40 is 70 plus the 90. And then just move Monkey Dory damage, then you're good. Or yeah, it's pretty much GG. Oh, he doesn't even need to do that because my Maractus will go down. He'll go down to 2 prizes, just boss up the Fez, and yeah, he got it. So it's very, very much not looking like my game, and it's just kind of like it's unfortunate because this deck, like the list I'm playing with Dragapult is it's just not consistent, and definitely gonna have to look at the based off the 4 rounds I played today. It does not look like it's the best optimal play, especially at all. So Maractus is not the key. It's not. It's not the answer. If we were playing Latias with it, maybe just to pivot, but then that just leaves, that just takes away a bench space, and we can't really do that because we're not playing the area 0 to just widen our bench. So I think if you want to have a retreat locker, I think the best play right now for that is having, what's it called? What's his name? Evital. Evital. So he is moving 3 off of the the less damaged Grimmsnarl. He's debating on where to put it. Honestly, if I was like, that's kind of good for me because if he doesn't if he what's it called, if he healed damage from the Grimmsnarl that already has a lot of damage on it, then I wouldn't be able to do my play, which would be boss up the Marnie's Grim, attack it, knock it out, put 30 damage onto the Frostlass, and then just killing all the Frostlass, taking 3 prizes. That would I mean, it wouldn't get me to the game. And then if I can somehow find. So this is KO'd. He gets another prize. So I would just need to find my special red and hope he doesn't have a boss. So there we go. He has 4 prizes, and I'm down to. I have 4. I have 4 prizes. He has 2. It's more looking like it looks like more his game than mine. Top deck the Dragapult. I already have Dragapult in hand, so it doesn't really help me. I recon. I can't fez. I find 2 useless cards for me right now. So now I'm missing energy, and I need to boss. I'm just trying to see my list, and it looks like the special red is there. But there's no way for me to actually grab it now. I can't fez. There's no way for me. So at this point, it's just I can evolve to the Dragapult. If I could find Crispin with the Meowth. And I could take away both his Frostlass if wanted to. I could take away his monkey, and then hope he doesn't have boss. You know, unfortunate. That's just the strat I gotta go with. Sorry. So yeah, and I'm curious, guys. This is a little off topic from the game, but I like recording my games and just keeping it as raw as it can be. Like you guys are watching it live with me as I'm watching the game, so there's no cutting and there's no like redoing the video. Unless like something really breaks the video and I have to restart the whole thing. But I don't really try to trim or cut or take away like anything that I guess wouldn't be deemed acceptable for for the video, like me coughing and me mispronouncing words and stuff. I feel like that just I just want to make it feel as much as possible with you guys. Like feel like to be in the room and we're just talking and we're just going over gameplay. So just I feel like if there's cuts, then it doesn't it if it doesn't feel real. I don't know, but also I could see where like me rambling and also me mispronouncing, me coughing, it could also make the video bad. So I don't know what the take is. I'm curious to see what you guys think. If you guys even care, or if you made it out this far, who knows? But I kind of just like going for it. It helps me save time from actually going back and rewatching all the videos. It makes editing a little bit faster, so maybe I'll just continue doing this way. So I do opt into Frostlass and then put doing some math. It should have been 5 damage counters on the Monkey Dory, but then I guess I only said 4. And then when I said, and as you can see here, I was like, oh wait, this is also knocked out. But he was like, wait, but the Frostlass. I was like, oh, it was supposed to be 5. And he unfortunately he was nice enough to let me take it back. So I was like, just move 1 damage, from this to that. So it KOs that, and I'm able to get 2 more prizes, leaving no Monkey Dory, and then it's just hoping he don't have the boss for the win. And then with that said, now I just need boss, which I already have it in hand, and I can just hopefully still win this. But with 5 seconds left on the clock, we will go in time and round, and he has the card he needs, which is the boss's orders, and that is it, guys. He takes game number 4, making his record 3-1, my record 1-2-1. There's nothing I could do. We were discussing what else we can do. I just told him I really just needed Fez draw, and I'm not being able to Fez for 2 turns after you taking 2 KOs technically in between rounds. Really stunk for me because I couldn't find the cards I was looking for. If I could find Special Red, that would have been helpful. If I could find the energy instead of using Crispin, that would have been helpful. I was thinking about maybe bossing the. I was trying to get a 4-prize turn this turn, but I wouldn't. Was like it was not gonna work because I couldn't boss and find the energy in time I just needed, and but yeah. So that is it, guys. As you can see, us bantering in the background, talking about like what was the optimal plays and stuff. This is all for learning. This is all for getting better. But if you stuck around and made it to the end, the very end, I hope you guys enjoy the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. And also, stay frosty. And I hope your top decks stay topping. Okay. All right, guys. Adios. I'll see you on the next one.